If I could invite up our final storyteller, Ben, who hopefully had a less eventful trip from New York, coming to join us. Come on up, Ben.
Hi. So, oddly, I have a story about the time my wife got flowers from this guy I worked with. No, that's not actually it. There I was in a small town called Deadwood, South Dakota, and I'm in a casino, and I'm at the blackjack table, and I'm talking to this attractive young woman, and she's smart, and she's fun, and she's interesting, and I am lying my ass off. Every word that comes out of my mouth is not true. And the reason for this is, as a professional card counter, you learn pretty quickly that the hardest part of your job is not actually counting cards. It's getting money down on the table. Because you have to convince the casino that you're somebody who they want to let bet a lot of money. And sometimes when the casino's out in the middle of nowhere, like Deadwood, South Dakota, this can be a bit tricky because why are you out in the middle of nowhere with a lot of cash on you and nothing better to do but then sit there and play blackjack? So I had a story. I was a movie producer, and I was from New York, and I'm out there, and I'm scouting locations, and I'm doing all this work, and, I could tell you all about the movie. I could tell you about the script, and the actors, and this, and the barn we were gonna burn down, and the director. And the director, well, he was supposed to be there too, but he was stuck. He's out west, he's on a project, he can't make it, so I've got nothing better to do than to sit here and play some blackjack. So, I've been there for a couple days, and I've been talking to this one young woman a lot. And I've been lying to her a lot. I've been lying to everybody a lot, but I've been talking to her more than most people. And I've been talking to her, and I've been lying to her, and the whole time I've been thinking, I kind of like this girl. Like really kind of like this girl. So I decide I'm gonna break one of the cardinal rules of being a card counter, and I'm gonna tell her who I really am. Good news, bad news kind of thing. Good news, she kind of liked me a little bit, and she said she wouldn't tell anybody. Bad news, she had a boyfriend. So I kind of finish the trip, and I go back home, and I'm back in New York, but she and I start talking. And we start talking on the phone, and this goes on, and at some point she breaks up with her boyfriend. And I'm like, maybe I'll go back out to Deadwood, South Dakota, because we still got a movie. So I fly out to Deadwood, and we talk, and we agree I probably shouldn't play at her casino. But she says, why don't you play at Kevin Costner's casino? And I said, Kevin Costner has a casino? Well, now, I don't know about anybody else, but I was a relatively young man, and I was very excited about the movie Waterworld coming out. Well, and then I went to the movie, and I walked out of the movie, and I thought, Kevin Costner can never repay me for that time. I am never getting those 3 hours back, just never. So I thought, yeah, I'll go play at Kevin Costner's casino. And this thing is amazing. I mean, there are pictures of Kevin Costner everywhere. Pictures of him from his movies, from his real life. I mean, the restaurant is a whole bunch of Kevin Costner-themed food items. Right? So I'm kind of stunned by all this, but I start playing, and I start winning. And I keep winning. And I keep winning. And at first, they like me. It's a good story. I'm a movie producer. They like that. And then they find out I'm there because of this young woman, Amber, and it's a pretty small town, so some people know her, and they like that. But I keep winning, and I keep winning, and one night, I destroy them. I mean, I'm getting blackjack after blackjack, and they're busting every time I need them to, and it is a thing of beauty. And so I leave, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna walk back in there tomorrow, and I'm done. They're gonna say, you go away. Next day, I get up, I go back in, and I sit down, and sure enough, the head of security starts heading my way. And I sit there, and he walks over, and he says, Ben, how are you? I said, I'm good. He says, so we need to talk. And I said, okay. He says, I want to make sure we're doing everything we can for you. Is there anything you need? And I said, no, I'm good, thanks. And we have a nice little conversation, and he's the nicest guy on the planet. And I'm very confused. And he walks away, and then my phone rings, and it's Amber. And she's a little bit stressed. And Amber says, Ben, apparently my ex-boyfriend has been telling everybody all around town that you're not actually a movie producer from New York. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, how does he know that? She said, he's been telling people you're actually a drug dealer from New York pretending to be a movie producer. And I said, oh, well, that's fucking perfect. See, casinos have this thing where eventually they figure out something's not quite right. Well, of course there's something not right. I'm not a producer, I'm a fucking drug dealer. So the casino loves me now. They just think I'm the best thing ever, and I just keep winning, and I keep winning, and I keep winning. And ultimately, I really have to thank Amber's ex-boyfriend, because Kevin Costner has paid me back a lot of money for those 3 hours I spent during Waterworld.